are these people?
There you go. There you go. I don't know why that took so long, but welcome to another episode of Angel and Friends. Hold on a second. Let me do that. I'm Angel Rivera alongside Witchy, Miss Witchy Perfect, and Alex Knight. And since everybody is here, seems like,
Does
so
my
that
footage
means
look choppy?
You have chosen.
what?
Does my footage look choppy?
A little bit.
Your footage? A little bit.
Yeah. Let me exit out and try again. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so hope everybody's had a great week. I've had a pretty interesting week, and we got a lot to talk about this week. Let's see. We got YouTube changing their views or their reviews, their rules for views. So, and to me, that means that everybody's views are going to go up because the way they've changed these rules, I could tell immediately that everyone's views are going to go up. And we're not going, which is partly a good thing, but at the same time, partly is a bad thing because YouTube has just doubled the requirements to become partner. So it's like they know that everybody's views are going to go up, but now they've doubled requirements for trying to if you want to become a partner. So
Yeah, if you want to start earning money. So instead of what is it, 4,000 views for regular watch hours, real watch hours, it's probably going to be what, 1 million?
Let me see. I saw it. I have it here. YouTube is doubling viewership requirements for new creators must meet to earn ad and premium value. From February 1st, creators will need 8,000 watch hours over 12 months or 20 million short views in 90 days.
Yeah.
So they've doubled requirements.
They crack 100, like it's 160 watch hours. That's how much my wrestling channel gets.
Army unit. We're also going to talk about Army unit offers soldiers time off in order to play GTA 6 if they re-enlist. That's the key word there. So they're trying to get, hey, we're going to give you 4 days off if you play GTA 6, but you got to re-enlist and sign another 4-year contract to stay in the Army. So that's that's kind of the part of the deal. We got what else do we have? We have the ICE. I wanted to talk about this last week. We couldn't get to it because we spent an hour responding. But where is it? One woman's message from the hell of ICE detention. And I have some other things here. So where are we gonna? We're gonna start here since. Here we go.
Wasn't there something I wanted to share other than the vintage thing?
Yeah, you said you wanted to do something, but I don't remember what it was right now.
I don't either.
Well, you have time. Maybe we'll figure it out. Alex may be having internet issues, so he'll be on momentarily. Here we go. This is from, from Engadget, Engadget, I don't know, but Engadget, I guess. YouTube public view counts will likely get higher starting next week. That platform will be start tracking views the same way across video formats. YouTube announced a change to how it counts public views on videos. It would now count a view as soon as video playback begins, or video begins playback. As soon as you click on a video and even 1 second plays, that's a view now. Before it wasn't a view. You had to watch like 5 or 10 seconds or something.
I thought you had to watch at least a minute.
It's something like that. Either it's like 5 or 10 seconds or a minute. So they didn't count. It was an accidental click, basically. Now they're going to count that. So everybody's views are going to go up. The revised policy would take effect globally beginning August 24th, which is Monday. Historically, we've seen multiple view counting systems across different formats. YouTube said it has changed on its support pages. However, we've heard that creators want to eliminate this metric confusion and accurately understand their true exposure, which is why we're making this update. Yeah, well, now you know that's going to lead to botting, because all you got to do now is click for this like a fraction of a second and get a view. So now that's going to lead to botting by a lot of content creators, especially ones with money that can afford bots. People
I guess I missed that because I ain't got no money for that shit.
People who are monetizing on YouTube or hope to do so should know that the altered view counts will not impact earnings or eligibility, which is notable since last week YouTube doubled several of the requirements content creators would need to meet for participation in the partner program. Creator earnings will continue based on engaged short views and engaged watch hours, which you can view on YouTube Analytics / advanced mode, the YouTube post confirms. So, yeah, there you go. Views, you're gonna get double the views now. Let's see. Oops, hold on.
Okay, let's do it now.
If you start botting out, well, we'll have to X you.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
This is the first one you're going over, right?
Yeah, it just started.
We already kind of did
the YouTube views thing. Now YouTube is doubling the viewership requirements for new creators to meet ad and premium revenue. So it's either 1,000 subscribers and or 8,000 qualified public watch hours in the last 12 months, whatever that means.
I don't even qualify for 3,000 now.
Yeah, now they've doubled it to 8,000 qualified public watch hours.
They don't want people to have small businesses.
Yeah, in the last 12 months, or 20 million qualified short views in the last 90 days. So if you don't have 20, so it's one or the other.
Like I said, I can't even crack 3,000 on my wrestling channel, but everybody, please, share, like, subscribe if you like wrestling and you want to hear me talk about Kurt Hennig and professional wrestling. Like there's anyone here in chat.
Well, not right now, but I would expect people are being soon enough. So this is the official post on YouTube, or Team YouTube, starting 8/24, which is Monday. Views will count at the moment a video begins to play, with no minimum watch time across all formats, video on demand, shorts, and lives. We are standardizing views to reflect creators' true exposure across YouTube, making it easier to show their value to brand partners. I'm never getting brand partners, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I'm not going to get it either because nobody... I mean, I had 160. That's it. 160 watch hours, guys, out of 3,000. So I didn't even crack 200, let alone 3,000.
Accord Lord. Hey, Vic.
Hey, Vicky.
Thank you. Give me a like button, or give me a like button. Let me try it again. Make sure you like.
Everybody send him a like button now.
Let's see. So this is an interesting under the old rule, view counted after minimum watch time. Example: 1,000 people click, only 300 stay long enough, or just 300 views. Now, 1,000 people click, you get 1,000 views automatically. So it's like they don't need to even watch the video. So they click a second, that's a view. So that's why I'm saying everybody's views are gonna go up. My views, INN's views, your views, Witchy, we're all our views are gonna go up. But ultimately, that's not going to mean much if you can't make money off of it because they doubled the partner requirements. So, let's see.
Yeah, you need
Golden
legitimate watch
says-
hours, which is more than a second, I think.
I think so. Yeah. What up? Rest in peace, GTA 6.
Ouch.
Yeah. So there
I
you go.
told you don't feed the carrot. I said they were going to tangle.
No, he's making it up. It's not dead.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of just trolling there, but that's pretty. The game is still coming out, so let's see.
And also, just want to point out, it's been leaked again.
You hope.
6 has, just like the 2022 leaks. Which, by the way, even on the older builds, it looks incredible, and it does not look like shit. So it's not dead. It's still coming out. It's
You
still
guys-
anticipated game
You guys better hope and pray it comes out.
It is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
mean, you
what
don't
they said
like
last
it, so,
year.
you know, I wouldn't be talking about it.
I'm just busting your balls, little brother.
I want to see if anybody notices a racial slur here because this is body cam from ICE, and this account, I know it's a Democrat Party account, but they claim that ICE agents are using racial slurs during immigration operations. And I watched this a few times, and I didn't hear any racist slurs. So I don't know, maybe I missed it, but let's see. If this is too loud, let me know. But I hear it fine.
Whose backpack is that? Tom's backpack?
Did you?
Yeah.
There was a guy, I'm pretty sure he's wet. He was just sitting in that minivan.
There's one right there.
Hey, great talk.
Hey.
The real killer stuff.
It looked like a tonk in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I don't hear any racial slurs.
He said he's black. I mean, maybe he is, but he has to. Just because he says he's black doesn't automatically mean it's a slur. So it just means
I don't understand.
All I heard was wet and tongue.
I think he said black. I think he said black.
Oh, black.
So-
I thought he said wet. I'm like,
somebody
wet a racial slur
claimed-
now?
Hold on. So I have this person says because there was none. They said TONK, which is the acronym for True Origin Not Known.
It's like, well,
That's what
a
you heard,
true
Richie. TONK.
yeah, that's what I heard. Tonk.
Yeah.
A true racial slur would be WAP. During World War II, they used to call the Italians WAPs.
And yet they're posting facts.
Fact Post News on Twitter. By the way, don't follow them. They're a Democrat Party hack account. And the only thing...
And they don't go after racist Democrats, so...
Nope. Oops. Hold on.
Shocker.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, all I heard was tonk, which is not a slur. I can give you some slurs. Wetback is a slur. Spick is a slur. You know, I don't want to say too much else because we can get banned, but yeah, those are slurs. This is not slurs here. You can say maybe there's some questionable language here, but racial slurs, like, come on. Like,
what is tonk again?
The person claimed at true origin not known. So
true origin not known.
Yeah, so it's they don't know where that person's from, in other words, but maybe you can make the argument that they're looking for. Yeah, maybe you can that if you want to steelman the argument, they're Latinos and they're just assuming they're not citizens, but that's not a racial slur though. So
well, I can assume those ICE agents are pedophiles. I can make the same assumption. And trust me, I don't like ICE, but I think this is a big reach. Again,
yeah,
I'm not for ICE. I think all ICE agents are pedophiles. So, yeah. But I didn't hear any. I didn't know what tonk was. I thought that was something else.
No, yeah, it's not a racial slur. Just made up. All right, Mad Crab shared this. I figured This is about that actress Hayden Panettiere who passed away recently. Anyways, I didn't know this, but she was dating Vitaly Klitschko, who at the time is a former Ukrainian politician and former world heavyweight champion in boxing. During the CIA-sponsored Euromaidan protests in December 2013. So I didn't know that she was dating Klitschko at the time. This is her right there. So let me...
The time of her passing, or are they ex?
What are you talking about? Any?
Was she dating him while she passed? When she passed?
No. This is back in 2013 when the whole Ukrainian coup first happened.
Okay.
Which led to the Russian invasion of Ukraine like 10 years afterwards. But yeah, this is her, and this is also a conversation between I forget her name. The woman from the State Department who was in the Obama administration. Now I forget her name. But Victoria Nuland.
Shown in the beginning.
Yeah, Victoria Nuland. That's what I'm talking about. And somebody else here.
Yeah. I've never heard of this Hayden Panettiere.
She was in Remember the Titans.
Heroes.
Heroes, yeah.
Other popular shows.
Never seen that either.
Yeah, but
she was young.
Yeah,
6 years old.
Yeah, 36. I mean, hell, I'm about to turn 40 in like 10 days, so it's like...
Yeah, you old man.
Yeah.
Fuck the EU.
That's too loud. I'm sorry. But yeah, Victoria Nuland is right. Fuck the EU. They suck anyways, but...
Fuck the EU.
The American actress Hayden Panettiere has appeared alongside her Ukrainian fiancé, the boxer Vladimir Klitschko, to deliver a message of support to anti-government protesters in Kiev. Vladimir's older brother Vitaly Klitschko, also a world boxing champion, has emerged as a popular opposition leader. After a few words in Ukrainian, the actress told the crowd the country had a right to democracy.
And as an American, I want you to know that I stand by you, I support your fight, and I will support it until the country of Ukraine as in its entirety reflects the beauty, the true beauty of the Ukrainian people.
Oh,
keep fighting. I love you all.
Yeah, she
fucking doesn't, and she's blowing smoke up your
She's a
eye.
Russia hater, isn't she? Or wasn't she?
I guess so. I mean, she was CIA. Look, I mean, she wasn't... I don't know if she is CIA, but she was definitely a Hollywood actress, which you know... What Hollywood is.
I smell pedophilia.
She didn't save the world.
No.
Klitschko said he believed those responsible for violent clashes in Kiev last weekend would be found. The couple announced their engagement in October.
The country is breathtaking. The landscape, the beautiful churches.
So this is a telephone call between Assistant Secretary of State Victoria Nuland and U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine Jeffrey Piat. Whatever. This is a phone call.
I smell a conspiracy, though. I mean, really, maybe they killed her to shut her up.
Yeah, maybe, because at this point, it's like they forced her to date Klitschko because there's no reason these two should even be together. I mean. He's Ukrainian and she's American. It's like, that's weird that they would end up together. They never got married, but they ended up together for whatever reason.
Dodged a bullet, I suppose.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we're in play. The Klitschko piece is obviously the complicated electron here, especially the announcement of him as deputy prime minister. And you've seen some of my notes on the troubles in the marriage right now. So we're trying to get a read really fast on where he is on this stuff. But I think your argument to him, which...
By the way, they're discussing Ukraine and how the government's going to look like after the coup, which, by the way, it's illegal. I mean, the U.S. should not be deciding the new government.
This is damning evidence, and no one bats an eye.
This is Washington deciding the new government for Ukraine, all the way out where Russia is at, and somehow that's okay. We're just blatantly deciding the new government.
We'll need to make. I think that's the next phone call we want to set up, is exactly the one you made to Yachts. And I'm glad you sort of put him on the spot on where he fits in this scenario. And I'm very glad he said what he said in response.
So there he is with Obama, of course, because they all worked for Obama at the time. So.
Good. So I don't think Cleach should go into the government. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you think in terms of him not going into the government, just let him sort of stay out and do.
What the fuck? What's he breathing hard?
You know, it's like I think he wanted Klitschko in the government, and his boss said no. It's like, you know, I mean, you know, he's a celebrity. You know, he's a former boxing world champion. I think it's good. You know, you should be in the government. That's basically what he's saying. But his boss said no, Newland. So I was like, okay.
His political homework and stuff. I just
Yats is the guy who's got the economic experience, the governing experience. He's the guy, you know, what he needs is Klitsch and Tony Book on the outside. He needs to be talking to them 4 times a week, you know. I just think Klitsch going in, he's going to be at that level working for Yatsenyuk. It's just not going to work.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. With them, where Klitschko has been the top dog, he's going to take a while to show up for whatever meeting they've got. He's probably talking to his guys at this point. So I think you reaching out directly to him helps with the personality management among the three. And
Tuesday.
Okay.
So that would be great, I think, to help glue this thing and have the UN help glue it. And, you know, fuck the EU.
And fuck you too, Newland.
Because if you don't think this is, if Crab says you don't think this is weird, you work for the State Department. So, like Hayden Palantir, for whatever reason, she was dating Vladimir Klitschko. Like, why would she be dating a Ukrainian boxer? I mean, you wouldn't.
Vladimir.
Yeah, like that makes so. Yeah, it's a disaster. Ukraine has been a disaster ever since, which has led to Russia's invasions of Ukraine. Russia's invasion of Ukraine. I can't speak English right now. And
maybe this should be in Spanish. I don't know.
And Russians are still in Ukraine to this day, and Ukraine is getting to the point where they have to force children to fight their war for them, or teenagers technically. So,
as they rape them, as we found out from that article.
Yep. So let's go to this next. Where is it? I know I saved this article. Here it is. Hold on a second. Let's see here.
She was whatever the government told her to be. She's a psyop with the rest of it.
Was Hayden pro-war, pro-proxy war in Ukraine? Well, she would have to be. I mean, why? She was talking about how Ukraine deserves freedom or whatever. So I would imply it.
Wasn't she a good actress? Trust me, she was whatever the government told her. That was all. Okay, I'll suck your dick and play the part.
Oops. So Army unit offers soldiers time off to play the new Grand Theft Auto. Keyword, if they re-enlist. So that's the keyword there. So first of all, you don't have to enlist. You don't have to re-enlist. You can play the game all you want if you don't re-enlist.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think, they're kind of cutting off their nose to spite their face.
Yeah. Soldiers at Georgia's Combat Engineer Unit who re-enlist before November can get a 4-day pass for GTA 6 debut. So yeah, I've heard of some businesses planning on closing when GTA 6 come out because nobody's come to work anyways because they want to play the game. So
yeah, I want to try to skip work on. The game comes out on Thursday. I want to skip work on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, but we'll see. I'm still going to play the game, but I'm not going to be allowed to take off for like 4 days.
By the way, remember, next Thursday is the extended look.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no thanks.
It's first
on
Netflix
at work
for 6 hours and then on YouTube.
Yeah,
we just got a new guy at work, and he seems like a nice guy. So I'm no offense, people, but I'm not going to be playing GTA.
You don't play games, so.
Yes, I do. I just don't have the time anymore to play.
Yeah.
I play Sims 4, bitch.
Okay, but that's not like the games that most people play today.
Yeah.
There's not a Sims 5, so I got to make do with what I got. All right.
Yeah. Soldiers out of Georgia.
About the crypto thing, I think that's been debunked. I think that was fake. So, yeah. So it hasn't been confirmed. Stuff, so.
Yeah, I did hear rumors about this. I don't know. I don't think they're true though.
That leaker who's been leaking the game lately, his name is CyberLink. CyberLeak, with 2 E's, not EA.
Yeah.
EAK. There was apparently he said the confirmation that crypto was going to be involved in the game, but it hasn't been true. That's
Rock,
confirmed. So.
Take-Two, which is Rockstar's parent company, they're pretty greedy, but I don't see them going into crypto. I'd be surprised if they made that move.
Hey, Angel.
Yeah.
Is there people being tortured in the background at your house?
They're probably kids playing.
Okay. Well, it sounds like everyone's being tortured. Hey, it's Kurt Boss, the boss of bosses.
Hey, everyone. Kurt. Soldiers
Sucking
at a
dick
Georgia
is a game. Sucking. Sucking dick is a game.
Combat
I don't know if
engineer.
It's a game, but you know.
Georgia Combat Engineer Unit can get official time off to play the new GTA when it drops this fall, if and only if they sign up for more years of service. The offbeat incentive is being offered to soldiers by commander of the 9th Brigade Engineer Battalion at Fort Stewart, Georgia, according to the memo circulated online.
I'm sorry, I busted your balls, Andrew.
According to the memo signed by Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Hodgkin, the 9th Brigade Engineer Battalion commander, soldiers in the unit who re-enlist between August 1st and November 14, 2026, will get a special 4-day pass that is specifically designed to coincide with the highly anticipated release of the video game Grand Theft Auto 6. The dates of the 4-day pass will be coordinated between soldiers and their chain of command, but it will align with the game's official release. The memo states, according to Rockstar Games, the maker of GTA 6, the game will be available November 19th for PS5 and Xbox players or gamers.
You hope so.
The Grand Theft Auto franchise is among the most popular video game series of all time, with open-world formats that combine mafia and crime world-related missions with side quests of carjackings and casual general mayhem behind the wheel. The offer illustrates an issue local commanders face in getting soldiers to re-enlist. While the army-wide bonuses worth tens of thousands of dollars are often available for soldiers considering re-enlisting, local commanders have few options they can offer to close the deal with soldiers in their formations. Though options like extra time off or chances to attend training schools are often used as enticements, sometimes local career counselors have to get a little more creative. Army officials said the Engineers Battalion new counselor pitched the idea that a command team is something that speaks to younger soldiers and that could kickstart the unit's drive for fiscal year 2027 and re-enlistment goals, which begins in October. The command team, in conjunction with Career Council, wanted to get soldiers to re-enlist. Lieutenant Colonel Angel Tomko, a 3rd Infantry Division spokesperson, said. The command team thinks eligible soldiers are more aware that they are in their window for re-enlistment and engage their leadership and the career counselor earlier to see what is available. Army officials said 20 of the 130 soldiers in the battalion had taken the Army up on its offer as of Monday and signed up between 2 to 6 more years of service. Again, you need to do that. You can just retire or let the contract expire, and you can play the game all you want.
Yeah.
The re-enlistment contract option is open to the entire engineer battalion, which is made up of soldiers in engineering, signal intelligence, human resources, and medical specialty jobs. Over the last year, the Army has dreamt up several unique incentive programs in an effort to get soldiers interested in staying longer for more money, like tying retention checks to yearly fitness tests and daily job performance, and having warrant officers bid against one another for higher bonuses. So the military is desperate to keep people in the Army because they're not meeting recruitment goals, and they haven't for years because people don't want to serve.
Why don't you just stay in the Army and die for rich people? You're stupid if you do.
Yep. So this is kind of dumb. I like this comment. You can also play GTA 6 at home in your underwear while going to local university. I guarantee there's someone who would have to spend that 4 days with the family or doing dumb shit in the barracks. Really, that's just something on top of people already going to re-enlist. Not a tipping point. Someone's not going to re-enlist already. So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense ultimately because people want to re-enlist, they're going to do it anyways. But this 4-day pass to play the game, it's like then what's going to happen? You go back to the barracks. You can't play the game anyways while you're there, and you may have to deploy to Iran, God forbid, if they actually do a ground invasion. Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria. You know, we're fighting we're fighting and shooting up all over the world. Africa. You know, so these people have not deployed yet, but they may at some point.
Kitcoin. They have Kitcoin now. By the way, I did send that to Kit, and I had to show. He's like, "Where is it at?" He couldn't find it, so I had to find it for him. But I think he saw that do Dissidents, SmackDown of us.
Yeah, you told me to send it to you.
I'm going to go over the Do Dissidents video I shared again. That they defended Mandami again.
Oh, maybe it depends.
Did they go after us again? Because trust me, I'm in a fighting mood.
The video I shared a few days ago.
No, they didn't go after us again, but at least that I know of. But
by the way, Angel, before you go any further, I don't know if you talked about it earlier while I was restarting my computer. Did you give an update about Descent in Bloom?
Oh no! Yes.
No,
I was going to talk. That's what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about the fact that Descent in Bloom didn't have a very good week.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Yeah, and we'll get to that a little later. But yeah, I mean, she did give an update on her heart condition, and it's not good news. So hopefully, they find a treatment plan for her. But as of now, it's like that's something else for her to be stressed out about, which she doesn't really deserve that right now. Actually, what happened to her earlier in the week. One woman.
We should also go over the subway flooding thing I shared yesterday.
There you go. Yeah, I got a few things on that, but one woman's message from the hell of ICE detention. So I was going to talk about this last week, but I had to scrap it because we went over that Do Dissidents thing. My husband, son, and I have been locked up for months despite being permanent residents with no criminal record. It is an unendurable, unending nightmare. So this is the woman family who's locked up here. Oh, never mind. This fucking thing here, get rid of that.
Sorry.
They want me to give an email address. You know what? But yeah, it's pretty bad. Let me see if I can. Let's see whether it has the whole article here or not. Hold on.
One Woman's Message from the Hell of ICE Detention by Mariam Tamespy. My name is Mariam Tamespy, and I am a professor of psychology and statistics at Los Angeles Pierce College. Or I was until April 9th, when my life and my family's lives changed forever. On that day, I was teaching a class when my son texted me, saying that my husband had not picked him up from school and was not answering his phone, which is very unlike him. I picked my son up from school, came frantically back home, and called the police, thinking that something horrible must have happened to him. Even so, it never occurred to me that he could have been detained by ICE. We are legal permanent residents with valid green cards. My husband, Isa Hashimi, is also a professor and has dedicated his life to mentoring PhD students in the business psychology department of the Chicago School. We have both mentored many PhD candidates.
Chicago School, that's an infamous school, by the way. They're the ones that created our neoliberal economic model, like back in the 70s. So yeah, I'm not really, these are elitists, that somehow got locked up with ICE people, or not ICE people, but with...
I don't know. I call bullshit on it. I think this is just
among whom are...
Yeah, you think so? I mean, I didn't really... I read some of it, but I really didn't go all the way down here. The whole Chicago school thing, I didn't... And their PhD as well.
I would tend to say this is all bullshit because they don't lock up rich people. They lock up poor people.
Yeah, these are a couple with a PhD and they're professors at a major university here in the United States. So,
veterans who have served this country for decades. We do not have any criminal record, not even a traffic ticket. I believed in the rule of law and trusted that if there was anything wrong with our immigration status, the government would notify
Then
us through
why
legal
aren't they
channels.
changing it? Now
I
that
was
these
beyond
rich
shocked to
people are
realize
literally,
that an online smear.
Why aren't they doing something about it? If this is truly true, then why aren't they taking up in arms? Why aren't rich people getting up in arms? Again, because it's all bullshit.
I believed in the rule of law and trusted that if there's anything wrong with our immigration status, the government would notify us through legal channels. I'm beyond shocked to realize that an online smear campaign without any merit or legal standing had convinced the U.S. government to try to revoke our green cards overnight without due process or even telling us. The government had decided to punish my husband for being the son of a woman who was a translator for the Iranian hostage takers in 1979, before Lisa was born, and it keeps going, but I'm not giving the nation my email address. So, anyways, I didn't realize that there are like some of these overeducated PhDs from universities. So, I'm not sure whether I buy this either. If I would have seen that as like, I probably wouldn't covered it, but doesn't matter because I don't want to give them my email address anyway. So,
I hate to say, but I think I call bullshit on that because again, if true rich people were literally detained by ICE, trust me, we would know about it and stuff would change. ICE would no longer be existing.
yeah. So this is more evidence that the Venezuelan government, the socialists, are getting in bed with the United States government. Because there's no way this would.
Anymore, does it?
Speaking of Venezuela, there was footage, and according to Fiorella, this was years ago before Maduro was kidnapped. But apparently, his son was here wearing a kippa or whatever it's called, celebrating with the Israelis or whatever. So
Yeah, I saw that picture. I think I may have retweeted it. It's like,
they're not. These people are not
it's
socialists
like,
if they literally get in bed with capitalists. That makes them capitalists.
Yeah.
It seems like the only one who really believed was Maduro. The rest of these guys and women and his administration were just, careerist politicians.
Get along, and then when they got power, that's when they turned their.
Especially that slimy witch, Delcy Rodriguez.
Hey. Yeah, it seems like.
No,
witch.
She's way worse than you.
Shane.
Call her a witch. She's a bitch.
I meant
so
that.
U.S. Get rid of that. U.S. oil producers set to ink production deals with Venezuela. A signing ceremony involving several smaller U.S. producers and petroleos de Venezuela is set for Houston, according to three people familiar with the plan. So there's Delcy Rodriguez with, I guess, is
the show is in English. What are we gonna do, right?
It's oil executives there. Several independent U.S. oil producers are expected to sign a production contract with Venezuela's state-run oil company in the coming days, according to three industry representatives familiar with the plan to step forward for the Trump administration's effort to boost productions in the beleaguered South American nation. The signing ceremony involving several smaller U.S. producers in the petroleos in Venezuela have been set for Tuesday evening in Houston, according to the people who were granted anonymity because details of the events have not been made public. Venezuela's oil minister is scheduled to attend, as is the head of the exploration for PDVSA. One of the people said the ceremony could be pushed back until Wednesday morning. Other people have added. The White House did not immediately respond to requests for comment and is not expected to be formally involved in Tuesday's ceremony, but it comes after top administration officials traveled to Caracas in late April to secure memorandums of understanding that laid the groundwork for formal production deals in the country that hold some of the world's largest oil reserves. Which, by the way, we need that oil because Trump decided to start fighting Iran, and we're still funding Ukraine against the Russians. So we don't have oil. So
and
we need
the reason why Iran bombed the UAE. That's
they need.
Not Iran's fault.
Yeah, they need oil, or we need oil. So, and we don't keep our own oil.
He admitted it. We need oil.
Yeah, that's why, and they don't, and we don't keep our own oil to sell, so we sell it in the world market, which is why we have to make these deals, overthrow Maduro, and then make this deal in order to have access to oil. It marks a sign of progress for Trump administration's effort to push new oil development in Venezuela, which began after the U.S. raid that captured former leader Nicolas Maduro in January, which had slowed in recent months. Despite a boost from higher crude prices, negotiations had bogged down around key details like dispute resolution, while authorities in Caracas dealt with a devastating pair of June earthquakes that killed thousands. Venezuela's interim president Delcy Rodriguez last month unveiled new regulations offering more favorable fiscal terms to international oil companies. Again, just more evidence that she is completely in bed with the capitalists here in the U.S. and in Europe.
And
on
that
top
makes
of
her a
that,
capitalist.
on top of that, Maduro's own son started wearing what was it, a yarmulke or whatever that Jewish thing that hat is
Well,
called.
that
Like, yeah,
Israel dick must be good.
He's like
Yum, yum,
he's betraying his own father's legacy because Maduro and Hugo Chavez cut off relations with
Money
Israel like
talks and
decades ago.
bullshit walks, guys. That Israel dick must be really good.
Don't forget, people been making fun of Delcy Rodriguez for having like an ape-looking face.
the the
Well, she
signings
sucks
come
a lot of dick.
after the Trump administration's renewed pressure on Rodriguez to have the PDVSA sign contracts with American companies, an industry source familiar with negotiations. Those efforts, including outreach from Secretary of State Marco Rubio to discuss how increased oil revenue could help the country after a devastating earthquake earlier this summer. There's a
little brother.
What?
Yeah,
Double CK.
Oh yeah, I already did that.
Okay.
There's a renewed acknowledgement from Delcy that increased oil production is the pathway to rebuilding after the earthquakes and accomplishing what her government wants to do for the people who are suffering because of the earthquakes, this person said. David Goldwyn, the head of international energy consulting firm Goldwyn Global Strategy, said investment from independent oil producers and expanded production from existing fields are likely to be Venezuela's primary source of new oil growth in the next couple of years. While the super majors bide their time until they see how the politics sort out, and whether they can cherry pick the best assets, independents can de-risk their projects in a short period of time. But those investments are only likely to add up to 300,000 barrels a day to the country's oil production over the next year, far from the increase of millions of barrels the authorities in Caracas and Washington would like to see. Incremental production is all we can see until the framework improves, electricity is restored, and the political picture becomes clearer, he said. So, what he means by the political picture becoming clearer is electing a new president that's more friendly to Washington. Because Delcy Rodriguez is still saying Nicolas Maduro is legally the president. And Washington doesn't like that. So, they're trying to make sure the political picture becomes clearer by electing a new pro-Washington friendly president. So even if they have to cheat, they'll cheat because the majority of the people are
Notice
believing
how
this.
all the people like Bernie Sanders and Donnie and all the others who were talking about how Maduro was a dictator and all that stuff. Notice how they haven't said anything about Delcy Rodriguez.
No, they're completely. Washington's completely behind her. And Trump made it clear she doesn't play ball. She may be the next one to go. So basically, it's like, to offer basically. So that's another reason why she's completely behind Washington's plans. So because I don't think she's a true believer. It's more like political convenience. Like, hey, I'm a socialist. Can I get some power? So. And unfortunately, Maduro kind of fell for that trap because he made her vice president. So, Kurt Boss says, I'm glad the earthquakes hit after Maduro was kidnapped for no real good reason, because being a superstitious population helps a lot. Let's see. Save CEOs now. Let's see here. Yeah, I wanted to cover this last week as well, but I never got a chance. So, parents sue Air Force Academy over graduate suicide after sexual assault.
Now you know why I did not go in the Army, Navy, or Air Force. I'm not going to get my butt, hard and essayed. I ain't stupid.
Editor's notes. This report contains discussion of suicide. Troops, veterans, and family members experiencing suicidal thoughts can call the 24-hour suicide and crisis hotline at 988 and dial 1 or text 838-255 or visit veterancrisisline.net. So those are ways.
I hate to break it to you, but a lot of people don't call that number because they really do want to do away with themselves. And I understand why. I'm not saying you should do it. Please, if you need help, please get it. But go fuck yourselves. You don't give a fuck about our people who are over there dying for rich people. So I see why. And like I said, this is why I was never in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, whatever fucking branch of military, because I didn't want to get my ass R'd or SA'd. I ain't stupid. And yeah, I would want to do that to myself. And they don't give a fuck. They just tell you to shut the fuck up and get back to work, lackey.
Mm-hmm. The military has an epidemic of sexual assaults to women and to men too, quite frankly. I've heard a lot of men get bent over and have stuff shoved up their asses. Sorry about the visual, but it has happened to a lot of guys in the military. And it's still happening to this day. There's an epidemic of it. So Obama didn't do nothing about it. Joe Biden did nothing about it. Donald Trump is definitely not going to do nothing about it. So
they don't give a fuck. They're rich. They don't. Their kids, them and them kids, their kids and their grandkids don't have to go.
No, no. The parents of an Air Force Academy graduate who died by suicide filed a federal lawsuit against the school, arguing that it failed to protect her from sexual assault and adequately addressing the trauma that followed.
They probably told her to shut up, like that Ashley. What was her name? Ashley, the wrestler.
Oh, Ashley
Massaro.
Yeah, she was told to shut up about it.
She was sexually assaulted in the military while Vince and WWE were visiting Iraq. I think it was. She went visiting the bases in Iraq, and two people in the military they dosed her with some sort of drug where she couldn't move, and they assaulted her. Both of them, a man and a woman. And she told Vince about it, and Vince was like, "Well, we got to keep this on the hush hush because, our relationship with the military, we don't want to ruin it." So, your psychological trauma, well, that's on you. That's not on me. So, good luck with that.
A former AEW wrestler is going through ADL disease right now, or I believe something like that.
Yeah. She Lou Gehrig's disease. Yeah. It's progressing quickly. Hopefully, I don't think she has much time left. Unfortunately, I mean, it's a terrible disease. It's I forget what is it. ALS. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's where your muscles stop working, right?
Yeah, your nerves, your muscles. I mean, you completely it just turns off until you die, pretty much.
So yeah,
nothing works. I think the Titans running back, I forget his name. Also,
I heard about that too. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I forget his name. Chris Henry, I think it is. Yeah, Chris Henry.
That's how you're referring to the black guy, really?
Well, I'm sorry.
I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name, but he was talking with his eyes or some kind of AI machine.
They have a computer for him, and he uses his eyes to.
And that's how the Grey's Anatomy actor passed away earlier.
Would you say anything if I called him a white guy?
I didn't know that's how you described it.
Okay, he's a white guy. There you go.
No.
It
reminds me of a Saturday Night Live episode when someone was trying to figure out who the person was. He was like, "Oh, the black guy," and everyone was looking at it. It's like, "Oh, so this guy's this and that," and then you refer to him as the black guy.
Okay, he's the white guy then.
A court lord says my uncle passed away from ALS. From diagnosis to death was 6 months. Yeah, I mean it progresses quickly. I'm sorry to hear that, but it's horrible. Gary and Colleen Foster filed a wrongful death suit on July 13th in Colorado federal court on behalf of their daughter, Second Lieutenant Kaylin Renee Foster, who died 6 months after graduating from the academy in 2021. In court documents, the Fosters detailed disturbing narrative about their daughter's rape and argued that the systemic negligence, regulatory violations, and failures of clinical and administrative safeguards contributed to her severe psychological trauma and preventable death. Although they only list the federal government as a defendant, court documents identify by the name the alleged rapists Other cadets at the school who knew Foster or witnessed some concerning behavior in Foster's commander, who parents argue made the issue worse. Not surprising that her commander made it worse or didn't care or whatever,
Yeah, probably
because
said, "I'll rape you
they,
too."
he's like, hey, boys will be boys. That's the military attitude, basically.
That
The
doesn't
boys will
include
be.
you get to hold me down and fucking rape me.
Yeah, boys will be boys. I would call locker room talk, or that's basically boys will be boys, not
Or
this,
like
not
pulling their
sexual
pants
assault.
down in front of a girl or pulling their pants down in front of each other. That's boys
Yeah,
will be
that.
boys.
Yeah.
But not fucking grabbing someone, holding them down, and fucking raping them.
Yeah. According to court documents, Foster was sexually assaulted by a male cadet during her first year at the academy in 2017. He allegedly followed her into her dorm room after a party, locked the door, then attacked her. He then threw Kaylin on her bed and forcibly raped her, ejaculating inside of her and leaving shortly after, the court document says. The Fosters argued that the school failed to hold the cadet accountable because even before the attack, he had displayed quote unquote coercive, threatening, and non consensual advances toward multiple female cadets, unquote. So he has a history of doing this with other women, but other female cadets at the academy. According to court documents, school authorities received multiple reports of him confronting Foster outside her dorm, peeping into dorm rooms, so the guy's a peeping Tom, too, on top of that, inappropriately touching female cadets, and consuming alcohol on school grounds.
Which
This
also
guy is
makes him, he's not a good person.
Yeah, this guy's a menace. I'm surprised how they didn't discharge him or
Why
dishonorably
would
discharge
they?
him.
Boys will be boys, right? That
Yeah.
includes raping.
Despite the reports, he was not issued a no contact order, not placed in quarters away from the cadets he harassed, or otherwise restricted in any way from accessing freshman female cadets at the academy. Months after the attacks, however, the suspect was issued a no contact order for multiple cadets. The school also encouraged him to voluntarily disenroll for poor academic performance. Despite his reported behavior, he received an honorable discharge. He
Wow.
received an honorable discharge, even
So
though
that is a very low bar. So now if you are a rapist and a creep, well, you still get discharged honorably. No, motherfucker.
Yeah, so they didn't kick him out. They asked him to voluntarily disenroll for poor academic performance. So it's not like they kicked him out. They asked him to basically please go away so we don't have to
deal with you.
So he agreed to go away in exchange probably for an honorable discharge, so he wouldn't embarrass the army any further. Or the Air Force. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. The lawsuit says Foster's mental health deteriorated after the sexual assault and argues that the academy failed to provide adequate support, citing the 2003 Fowler Commission, which found that the Air Force leadership showed indifference, incompetence, or a combination of both towards sexual assault allegations at the academy. The lawsuit says Foster, quote, feared reporting the rape, unquote, because she believed officials would, quote, take punitive action against her and her friends, unquote.
Yeah, they'll dishonorably discharge her. That's what they do. They don't give a fuck if someone, and I told this to my dad. My dad was appalled. I said, Dad, what do you think that about the fact that if a gentleman rapes me, if a gentleman would rape me, okay, let's just put me in this. If a gentleman would rape me and I get pregnant, guess what? Now that person who raped me has just as much rights. If I say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to carry this child because I don't want to be a single fucking day of my life that I got raped.
Yeah.
Guess what? Now he has rights to say, well, she can't get an abortion. I said so.
Yeah.
He has rights. They don't give a fuck about my rights.
Yeah, there is a loophole in the law there where the father, who's the rapist, has rights to that child too.
Actually, I'm glad we brought this up because I just remembered what I wanted to talk about. So let's finish this article and then I have something to add on.
Okay. Near the end of her freshman year, Foster did report the attack to her element leader, a cadet in a leadership position, along with 4 friends. One of them, who told the chaplain, who quote unquote actively discouraged a friend who reporting the rape to authorities. A chaplain, a Catholic chaplain said, "Do not report this. Trust me, you don't
No,
want to
because
report this."
it's he probably fucking fucks kids.
Yeah, I mean, the
Catholic
chaplain is
Church
like a
knows for
Catholic
that
priest.
stuff.
Yeah. In the years after the attack, foster friends described her as extremely depressed when comparing her behavior before the assault. In March 2020, the two cadets died within 2 days of each other, both believed to have died by suicide. The lawsuit says one of the cadets was Foster's boyfriend. Another reason why she probably sunk deeper into depression
Kind
because
of weird that it happened in March 2020 as well.
Yes, this is right at the start of the pandemic when the shutdowns were beginning, March of 2020. I don't want to remember that. That was a horrible experience. The lawsuit argues that the academy did not formally activate its disaster mental health team to help Foster, nor did not take decisive action when her parents reported that she was sending suicidal messages to her deceased boyfriend's social media account. Obviously, she wants to end it all. Why didn't the Air Force help her? We all
Because they
know
don't give
why,
a
I guess. And then in October 2020, Foster was forced to complete a physical fitness test despite an injury. The lawsuit argues that the combination of her grief and failing the physical fitness test for the first time contributed to her suicidal ideation. Um, Additionally, sometime between March and October 2020, Foster attempted to kill herself by hanging, but another cadet stopped her. Although Foster's commander sent the Academy's commandant of cadets message describing her disturbing behavior, the lawsuit says she received no professional mental health care. Instead, medical personnel completed a one-page intake form. Yeah, that's meaningless. Like, oh yeah, here, one-page intake form. We'll call you. They never called her, obviously, and she ended it all. May 2021, Foster was assigned to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, where she experienced unnecessary psychological pain and quote-unquote bullying from her supervisor, according to the lawsuit. The lawsuit says the former was because Wright-Patterson was where Foster's deceased boyfriend was buried, and the latter was because her supervisor's actions were unusual and inappropriate for his supervisor's rank and position. According to the court documents, Foster failed another fitness test, but officials initially refused to tell her by how much. After repeated inquiries, the Air Force finally admitted she failed by 1 point, the lawsuit says. Afterwards, Foster received 2 counseling sessions from her supervisor for failing the fitness test and attending college classes outside of work, which supervisor said demonstrated that Foster was not supporting her mission. So she was going to college outside of, her military obligations, and the supervisor claimed she was not supporting her mission. So how dare you go to college, basically? And because that's obviously going to help her leave the military. In 2022, the Air Force released the results of an investigation into bullying allegations, which cleared the supervisor of any wrongdoing. Why am I not surprised? They cleared the supervisor that was
We
bullying her.
investigated ourselves and we found no wrongdoing.
But the
This
lawsuit
is why I
says
will never go into the military. You can't pay me enough to go into the fucking military.
Yeah, but the lawsuit says the full report was only released in response to a Freedom of Information Act request and contained 159 completely blacked out pages. It's like somebody filed the Freedom for Information Request Act, and most of the pages have been blacked out completely.
FOIA. It's called FOIA, I think.
Yeah, FOIA. It's a FOIA request, so the military has to oblige, but doesn't mean they have to actually tell you what's in the report. They can just black it all out and say, "Hey, we did what was required by law." So there you go. 2 years later, Foster's parents received an email from a high-ranking civilian employee who said she was also being harassed and bullied by the same supervisor, which negatively impacted her own mental and physical health. The civilian employee said she had also filed multiple complaints against the supervisor. The Fosters say they have been pursuing legal action since learning of their daughter's sexual assault, which she referenced in her suicide note. Mommy, daddy, and sissy, you couldn't have done anything to help stop this. Do all that you can to make sure I'm the last one. Love you for all eternity, Kaylin, she wrote. Wow. If she would have just talked to them, they probably could have done something. I mean, it's tragic that she didn't talk to them. Initially, the foster said they could not understand why their daughter, who came from a family with a proud tradition of military service and attending military academies, would blame the school. You do not understand, Foster wrote. The academy doesn't care. They will let you down. Which she was not wrong.
Erica Kirk's running an academy, or the Air Force Academy.
Let's see. In 2024, the Fosters filed a $20 million wrongful death claim, which the Air Force denied a year later. Bradford S. Hunt, writing as the chief of the General Torts Branch for the Air Force and judge advocate, told the Fosters' attorney that he had considered their claims, and after careful review, I regret that I must deny them. So again, the military denied them any money because, for reasons, basically. They really don't explain why. Hunt explained the federal government is not liable for service members' injuries or death that arose out of activities incident to their military service, and that legal precedent bars claims that the government was responsible for protecting fosters from sexual assault. Well, that's convenient. The government declares they're not responsible for what their service members do to each other.
Nope, and they aren't responsible for what they do to children. So really, do you expect much from them? This is the lowest bar you can have, and it's even lower than the lowest. And you expect the government to take responsibility? No, fuck no. The government's too busy raping children.
However, Hunt added if the Fosters were dissatisfied with this decision, they may now file suit in federal court, which is what they did. I cannot begin to imagine the pain they experienced through this ordeal, Hunt wrote. I am grateful for Lieutenant Foster's dedication and service to our nation, and for your client's desire to improve the Air Force culture for all their current and future servicemen and servicewomen. Foster's father, Gary, a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel and Academy graduate, told Stars and Stripes, which was first to report on the lawsuit, that he owes it to his daughter to push for accountability. We need people to stand up and be heard, to join the fight for change, reform, and system accountability, he said, adding, quote, we just want to prevent the next Kaylin from being victimized, unquote. So there you go. They filed suit in federal courts. We'll see where that goes, but I'm not holding my breath.
We also go over the little dispute I had with Jimmy Dore a few days ago.
Yeah, I did see that.
Well, let me add something, and then you take the floor, little brother. So I want to let everyone know that I saw something very similar. It had nothing to do with the military, but it had to do with people at the beach. Now, you have to understand, the beach I went to is very family oriented. It's also very LGBTQ oriented, and that's fine. I don't care. But when I see a bunch of signs that say, don't kill your kids, abortion is wrong, I have to stand up and say something about it. And I did post this on my X. So if you guys want to see this on my X, you can. You just have to look for, my beach experience. I literally saw a bunch of guys, and you can't make this up. There were no women in sight. There was a bunch of guys standing around holding signs saying, don't kill your kids, abortion is wrong. We are, pro-life and blah, blah, blah. And I wanted to walk up to one of these motherfuckers, but I don't want to end up in a jail in another state. And I wanted to ask them, oh, you care about kids, you're so pro-life. What about the kids in Israel? What about not Israel, in Palestine? What about the kids in Gaza? What about the kids in Iran, in Iraq? How about the kids in Syria and Libya? What about those kids? You care about those kids?
Yeah.
And Lebanon.
No, Yemen.
Oh, Yemen. I'm sorry. I thought you said Lebanon. Or Lebanon. Yeah, what about those kids? You care about those kids? Oh, you don't? Because you're a piece of shit? You just, you're not pro-life. You are pro telling women what we can do with our vaginas. You know what, honey? When you grow a vagina, then you can tell me what I can and cannot do with mine. Until then, you shut your fucking mouth and stay out of my vagina.
Yeah, so
that's the problem with men in America. Some men, I'm not going to say all men, some men in America. Again, I went back to, and I told my dad, I said, here's the first thing that I said on my ex. Let me say this first. So I said, this got me thinking about two things. And there was a lot of families there at the beach. It's going to be that talk of, Mommy, what's abortion? Or Daddy, what's abortion? That was the first thing that came to my mind. How dare you have those around children? How dare you? Just because your evil God tells you not to. First of all, your God killed more kids in the fucking Bible than most anything else. Also, your Bible is full of rape. It says to, and rape of children too. Because if a girl was like 17 and not married, she was probably going to be a spinster the rest of her life. 17. They would marry you off at literally 12 if you were female.
Yeah, and that's where the dowry comes in, and basically
the Catholic Church for decades, actually for centuries, have literally raped children. And they think it's a big outrage now. They've been literally, I wanted to look at these guys and say, don't you have any morals? You say that you have morals and you care about babies and you care about, the unborn. What about the kids that are already here, starving in the United States? Every single day, a kid dies from starvation. Are you going to help those kids? You care about those kids? No, you only care about fucking telling women what we can and cannot do with our bodies. Go suck a dick. Maybe that'll make you feel better if you sucked one. Don't tell me what to do with my body. I am in control of my body, not a man.
Oops. Yep.
Anyways, now little brother can have the floor. Let's see his little spit spat with Jimmy Dore.
Yeah.
You actually had a spat with Jimmy Dore?
Yeah, I did see it. I can't really find it, but if you can
I'll
find it,
go bring it up.
Okay, you can send it to me or something. But yeah, so we'll cover that real quick.
I'm sorry, I had to bring it up. That is the most appalling thing I've ever seen, and they did it right in front of fucking kids. They did it in front of the kids. They held their signs up. I'm surprised they didn't start singing to their evil God who killed kids in the Bible. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so there's comments from people last week episode. There's some people who put up some comments. I also want to look at that, especially with
comments for our show?
Yeah, from last week when we responded to Due Dissidence. I mean,
mostly good.
Some of it's okay. There's some claim that I'm not sure how true it is. So this person says, I'm just going to read it. Keaton does good work. And he also says, also the problem with Due Dissidence is Russell. I can't stand Russell. So, yeah, apparently a lot of people in their own audience hate Russell. So I'm not surprised by that.
I don't have a problem with either. But when you start calling out me and my friends, well, now you got the problem.
This individual, one more thing, also says, and it's about you, Witchy. Nick Cruz, I guess he's referring to, won't watch Witchy because he thinks you talk too much and are narcissistic. And he's kind of right. Witchy overtakes the conversational space constantly, but what are you going to do? Well, he's had enough. I'm not sure how true that is. You had issues with Nick Cruz or something? Yeah, I don't know. That's why I wanted to get Witchy and see whether that's true or not.
I haven't talked to Nick. I tried to get him on our show, but he always says I'm down for talking about wrestling, but
yeah,
hey, if you don't like me, you don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. You don't have to come on the show, but at least don't come after me and don't come after my friends, especially when we can literally come with receipts.
I sent you the thread.
Yes, I do talk a lot, and that's because I have a lot to say. There's a lot to come off with. the truth hurts. And if Nick Cruz, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to him, but if Nick can't take the truth, then
What about
sorry.
Sappy Stabs? Can we have Sappy Stabs come on?
I will try to talk to her. I'll talk to anybody.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hold my breath on Sabby because she's so much bigger than us. And the last I spoke to her a little bit over a year ago before she blew up on. Now she has a bunch of subscribers, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't hold my breath on whether he's actually going to even give us the time of day, let alone come on her show. But you can try. I mean, we can definitely try. So this is apparently Jimmy Dore is still obsessed with COVID. Let's see. Nothing reveals the emptiness, hypocrisy, and lack of values of a liberal class more than My Body, My Choice rally, requiring you to violate yourself with a toxic and often deadly experimental gene therapy that poisoned you. By the way, get your vaccines. It's very important. Blah blah blah. During COVID, liberals abandoned the My Body, My Choice slogan that was historically used to pro-choice activists.
Which is
The reason was, the reason for that was they wanted to force injections in people's body and experimental medical injection against their will. So that revealed My Body, My Choice is never an actual value liberals, but a hobby indulged while advocating for abortion rights.
Now, my
So
issue with
this
that, as
is
I'll
this
explain
person.
below, he brought up Dr. Eli David, who's one of the worst, if not the worst, Zionists ever. He's evil. He's,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
if Jimmy does not know who that guy is, then oh boy.
Yeah, I mean he's so.
Yeah.
As you said, I'm Jimmy. You do know who Eli David is, right? He's a fucking Zionist. You shouldn't be highlighting it at all.
And here's
Jimmy
that
Dore replied, surprisingly, I'll unite with anyone who do the right thing. I'll unite with anyone to do right and nobody to do wrong, which is a quote from Frederick Douglass.
Which I mostly agree with, but not with those people.
Except I don't want to unite with Zionists who love the destruction of Palestinians in Gaza. Yes, I mostly agree with that quote, but not those people. Jimmy replied, quote, I'll unite with some people under certain circumstances, but to do right and nobody to do wrong. Alex Knight, but you didn't say that, but he's.
And then
Wow! Holy shit!
And then
Yeah.
And
I'll unite with Zionists no matter who they are, Jimmy Dore. And I kind of put, it's on, so underneath.
Holy shit! All right. To your corners and come out fighting, everybody.
I can't. Are you kidding me? You'll even want to unite with Dr. fucking Eli David, any Zionist?
Yeah.
I don't want to be with those people.
Golden says TYT has had Sabby on our show, so the chances she'll give us the time of day at this point is almost zero.
I will say, and not that I support them now, but I will say TYT has been better than majority of work because at least they go after progressives and other people who have have turned their backs on us. So at least they do that. They become more. I guess.
Yeah, Cowboy. I know Sabby's been on our INN before, but that was before she blew up, so the chances that she'll do it now are almost zero.
Or maybe you could also have Misty.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure she does political commentary anymore. I saw her on X, and she talks about the WNBA.
Posting for Jimmy Dore when he's been out.
Oh, yeah, well, I forgot about that, but she mostly tweets about the WNBA now, so...
Yeah, but she still mentions politics, so...
Good luck with Sabby. I think TYT got to her first. Kurt also says Witchy has every right to take down the establishment. Totally agree with that. Let's see. So I'm surprised Jimmy replied to you. So it's like I was like, wow, Jimmy took the time to reply to you and get into a Twitter spat with you. Wow.
I mean, he got into a Twitter spat with you, little brother. You worship Jimmy Dore.
You like him.
I don't know if I disagree with him stuff on the past, but
But this has got to be the straw that broke the camel's back, man.
Well, no, I didn't unfollow him, but I was just like, really, Jimmy?
Yeah, he's completely like. I wanted to. Where is
My
it?
question
No,
for
not
Jimmy
that.
Dore would be: would you stand with the Zionists with these, against Palestine and
Where is
Gaza?
that?
That's who Eli David is.
Right.
Yeah.
And Eli David's probably a pedophile, because most Zionists are. I would hope that Jimmy Dore would not stand with a pedophile.
Yeah, I've been meaning to show this. This is Mamdani when before he grew an American accent, he had a thick African accent. So
I come to New York. I want to be there.
he grew this is his original African accent. So
But I mean, we also do, our showkeys. We do our showkeys in Kampala. But I mean, having a dance move to a song is a big thing, right? But I would say the
Again, he's an
Nigerians
actor.
have
He
really
can do
patented
anything
this. The
he
Nigerians
wants.
come out with a song like Yemi Alade has a song called.
He's obviously.
What's the name? Kofi Annan. She has a song called Kofi Annan. Do the Kofi Annan. Now all my friends in Kampala are doing the Kofi Annan, right? So Ugandans, we don't really have as many dance moves associated with a song. But we will always dance. We are always dancing. That's the thing. The difference for me is, I'm fromUganda, but I also grew up in New York.
Yeah.
In New York, you don't really, you go out.
And now all of a sudden you have a New York accent. You have an American
If
accent.
they're not grinding,
he grew an American accent once he started running for mayor.
Reminds me of Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, Kofi Kingston. I was just gonna say when Triple H looks at him and goes, "What happened to your Jamaican accent? I thought you were supposed to be Jamaican.
Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican?" It's like,
What happened to your accent?"
And then Cody Rhodes was laughing in the background.
Yeah, Cody's like,
let's see. I got something else here.
again, good actors. And Madani is an actor. We should have known this. Of course.
Also, AOC still doing that annoying African American Southern accent today.
That woman is running.
Latino, right?
What?
Yeah, she's Latino.
And she's like Latino, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She's Puerto Rican.
Can I get a holla from a sister?
Yes.
I mean, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
so I'm glad you mentioned AOC. I have something about her and her history.
She's definitely gonna run for president, and she's gonna lose
no doubt.
badly.
Jimmy blocked you. Cowboy Kitty said Jimmy blocked me.
Blocked too.
Well, he does block people, so.
I think Jimmy, somebody blocked me recently. Was it Jimmy? Like, I gotta look. I don't think, because I saw somebody block me. It's like, really? I don't even interact with you. You blocked me? It's like, I forget who it is, but it was somebody who.
And speaking of Jimmy Dore, he actually had Marjorie Taylor Greene on his show today.
Ugh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
that bitch. I
My.
don't believe anything that
Not as
fucking
bad
says.
Here we
as
go.
some others, but you know.
See, I've been thinking about this, and I want to reply to this person. I'm speaking directly to Nick Cruz. Nick, I'm sorry that you don't like me. If this is true, I don't know, because I don't talk to Nick Cruz on a daily basis. But if this is true, Nick, I'm sorry you feel that way. And like I said, I'm unconventional because I don't think I have to hide myself anymore. I am very satisfied in my sexuality. I'm not a prude, and I'm not one of these people that suck at it. I'm not one of those people, and I'm very, very secure in my sexuality. I am a straight white woman, and there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with saying pussy or dick, and there's no one really that should be that way, and I'm not trying to be narcissistic. I have my opinions. I let everybody on here talk. I don't take over conversations. I just, if someone needs to say something, they say something. If I, interject and just want to prove a point, that's fine too. But I mean, I'm sorry that you find me a narcissist, but I mean, and different strokes for different folks. Whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm a narcissist, then so is everybody on this channel.
Yeah. Because we all have our opinions and we all think we're right. So if you call people narcissists, that also means that a lot of us in this space are narcissists. So AOC is not just a quote Latinx bartender from the Bronx with no political experience, but actually an establishment op with a spooky past who was put in place to gatekeep and subvert the American left. So that's a thread. This is starting out in 2019 Netflix documentary Knock Down the House, which followed Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez historic victory from the beginning of her grassroots campaign, quote unquote. AOC was shown as a working class bartender in the Bronx, speaking Espanol in the kitchen, hauling ice buckets. So
we have a pool dissidence account.
Oh wow.
That says poo. That says poo.
Poo dissidents.
I thought it said pool. Yeah. Poo
No. Leave Jimmy alone, guys. It's like the meme. Leave Britney alone.
Yeah.
In 2017, the Justice Democrats, by the way, founded by Cenk Uygur and Kyle Kalinske, so they had to have known about her history and lied about it, just like the rest of the Justice Democrats did. And a PAC called Brand New Congress put out a casting call. Literally. No, it was literally true. Literally a casting call. I remember because I think either Kyle or Cenk called it that at one point, it was an accidental Freudian slip, I'm sure, but one of them literally called it like a casting call for grassroots candidates to challenge the establishment Democrat Joe Crowley. AOC's brother nominated her and she was chosen. She claimed, "I never really saw myself going into politics," which is totally made up because she also worked for Teddy Kennedy. Well, we'll get to that. Who was a senator from Massachusetts at the time before he died.
She also just endorsed Ed Malarkey. Is that who it is? Who's going to be 86?
Yeah.
And Ted Kennedy, wasn't he the one that was in that accident, quote unquote, where that woman died and he got off clean for it and he was drunk?
Yep.
Can I just say something? I want to direct this to Kurt Boss, the boss of bosses. Thank you, my dear. And like I said, I'm just telling the truth the way it is. If you don't like me, that's fine. But I have a right to say what I say. And that may piss people off, and you don't have to watch this channel then. But again, I'm not going to be one of those women that, sits quietly over in the corner while we all get butt raped. Okay? Sorry. It's not going to happen.
Court Lord says Sabby now works for Ritual Media. She left RBN with her studio background change. I don't know who Ritual Media is. So is that something she founded, or I assume I don't know. I've never heard of that. So interesting. Let's continue with this. In the entire documentary, her career since, AOC never mentions how she graduated cum laude from Boston University with a degree in international relations and economics. Oh, and she interned for Senator Ted Kennedy, which is true, by the way. So her claim that she never wanted to get into politics is a blatant lie. And by the way, the Justice Democrats never mentioned any of this about her history. They just pretended she was a bartender from the Bronx who's Puerto Rican and she's working class. She wasn't, by the way. Also, no mention of the two Israeli startup entrepreneurs that played roles in the rise of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. After a young entrepreneurial AOC got accepted into their business incubator with a publishing startup, also worked for the VC's own bullshit ed tech startup. So AOC has Israeli handlers too, just like a lot of people do in Washington. Either they had their business partners or they're married to them. Like Kamala Harris is married to a Jewish man. So, and she's running for president again, by the way. So there's almost no doubt about that. Or at least she's admitted she's running for president again.
And AOC is still posting about the freezing their eggs and then talking about don't be
that
weird.
Is so ridiculous. Yeah. Like she's telling other people don't be weird, but she's the one that's revealing this private moment in her life where she's freezing eggs to eventually have kids down the line. And she's telling other people don't be weird.
She's going to have a public position and a private position.
Yeah, it seems like to have kids.
She couldn't even keep a rich boyfriend who was going to be her husband. She couldn't even keep him.
Yeah, well, to be fair, she's running for president, and she doesn't look good for her to have a white banker boyfriend. So she had to shoo him away in order to run for president. Because first off, she's it seems like she's like anti-white, and on top of that, she's anti-banker allegedly, even though she's been dating this banker for years. So
No, she
it
ain't.
ruins.
She ain't anti-rich. Nope, nope.
No,
She
I
is rich.
know, but I'm just
She is
saying she has that gimmick she has to uphold.
She's anti-white, but yet she supported Joe Biden.
Like I
Yeah.
said, it's all professional wrestling, guys.
When the Times of Israel asked AOC's team in 2020 about her past at Sunshine Bronx Engage Inc., they said it doesn't ring a bell. Not sure that they had any meaningful connection. Here's AOC in 2012 posing for a pic with Democrat Senator Kristen Gillibrand and her two Israeli VC buddies. So I can't. It's just closer
She's in
here.
the
See,
club.
there she is.
Trust me, she's in
There
the
she
club.
is right there.
Yeah.
With Christian Gillibrand, and I think these are
By the
Jewish
way,
handlers.
Emma Micklin also works with Kirsten Gillibrand.
Yeah.
And they all do. They're all in the club. Emma Micklin, she is a rich heiress born with a silver spoon in her mouth, like they all are.
While at Boston University, a school with strong ties to the CIA, by the way, AOC studied abroad in Niger. I got to be careful because I might say the N word there. So, like Niger.
No, that is how you say it.
No, but you know what he meant.
Well,
Yeah, I know,
Niger
but
is a country.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I might said the N word. You know, the slur against black people, which is why it's like, let me be careful here. To work with women's health, Bill Gates population control stuff. AOC documented her semester volunteering in the African bush with videos and blogs, but hasn't mentioned it since. So there she is.
No, because she was working with Bill Gates to make nice with these people, so they would eventually maybe see her in a nice light, and not the monster she really is.
Yeah. So here's actually the video. He actually links to it. So I'm not going to play this, but he does link to this.
I don't know why they don't decide.
There's AOC right there. Let me see. For some reason, she doesn't mention this at all. I think that's her right there.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if that's her.
Oh, no, that's not her. But yeah, I mean, you get the point. You know, she was in Niger at the time. There's a picture of her right there with, well, I don't know who that is, but something local there. AOC semester abroad in Niger was the Ninami International Development Program, which was funded by USAID, known for running CIA cutouts. Of course.
Shocker.
It turns out her trip to Niger was funded by USAID. And oh no, shortly after.
How many children did she rape? Probably all of them.
And look at this. Shortly after AOC left Niger, there was a U.S.-backed coup that overthrew Niger's government, and the op was complete.
Shocker.
Again, AOC was allegedly involved in a coup d'etat against the Nigerian government at that time.
This is why I said before that it would have been better if Joe Crowley won, because at least we knew what we got with Joe Crowley, but AOC fucking lied to us, and actually became worse.
I didn't trust her from the beginning. No offense.
No, I didn't either. Honest, by 2019, 2018, I was like, I don't trust Kyle Kalinske or Cenk Uygur at that point.
I made fun of him though. Wow, selling out really looks like fun.
Yeah. Some say it's skitsko to suggest that USAID would use study abroad programs and students like AOC to organize coups. But hey, man, USAID is some kooky shit. Like their fake Twitter to try to overthrow Cuba. Oh, and by the way, AOC...
USAID was crazy.
Yeah. Well, by the way, AOC seems to be pretty silent on the current Cuba coup. So he searched from AOC / Cuba, quote unquote, and not a single tweet or post about what Trump is doing in Cuba with the sorry about the noise. I live in a big city. Let's see. AOC says she doesn't.
Fun, so.
Yeah, AOC says she doesn't mind if a political candidate has the life experience of being a CIA agent, as long as their story is good, quote unquote. This is when she was running for Congress first time in 2018. So Let's see.
A number of swing districts where the Democrats are running former military or intelligence agency candidates, Alyssa Slotkin in Michigan. What do you think about that, and will you call on people to vote for these candidates?
Well, I think it all
Bye,
depends
Vicky.
on the
We love
individual
you.
candidate. I don't think that a person's life experience in one way or another necessarily precludes them from running for office. I think what is important and most important is a candidate's given story. And
He's just admitting in there. Doesn't matter where they're CIA as long as they have a good story. See, they have to have a good story. You see.
I've also said before that, in my opinion, she's worse than Kim Kardashian.
She has that. She has that, and this is why I never liked her. She has that like beauty pageant type of accent, and the way she talks and the way she acts. It's like a beauty pageant. Desperately, yeah, she's desperately trying to remember her talking points, but she's failing. That's how she always came across to me. She's not that intelligent. She wasn't that smart, which is proven right pretty much. For the last 10 years, she's been in Congress.
I saw some of those beauty pageant contestants, and one of them was like, I think that the reason why people don't know where things are because maps are not available. Maps are free, bitch.
So this account continues. Whether or not AOC was involved in the Niger coup during a USAID-funded semester abroad, she sure is doing a great job of running cover for CIA coups now that she's graduated. So this is at the time AOC criticized President Trump's actions in Venezuela because he left the Maduro regime intact. She was further right than Trump when it came down to what happened in Venezuela. I think I covered this at the time, but.
And what for being a socialist.
And by the way, Rubio and the Trump administration left Maduro's regime intact. And so even whatever moralizing they have about it, they're just as much a culprit in ignoring the election results as anybody else. But also, you know, we have to understand that when they come from...
Yeah, so... She was further right than Trump.
Another tweet about AOC. I'm sure you've seen it, but
let me. Okay. AOC was also a big fan of the U.S.-backed 2019 Bolivian coup, and even clicked up with some fellow Latinx opponents. So here she is with a bunch of Bolivians after the coup. Very excited about that. This is the coup.
Back, guys. Okay. I'm
okay.
Kurt Boss, I think you meant Diddy, not Pity.
Yeah, this is the coup where Elon Musk claimed that we can coup whoever we want, nothing you can do about it. So this is that coup. In 2020, Dem primaries, AOC, who got elected off Bernie's 2016 movement, kept playing games about endorsing Bernie and refusing to campaign for him for bullshit reasons like being triggered that he went on Joe Rogan, which is what I remember happening, the biggest podcast in the world, to spread his message. So she had a big problem for some reason for Bernie going on Joe Rogan. I guarantee you when AOC runs for president, she'll be going on all these podcasts. And if Joe Rogan invites her, she'll be going on there too.
I think Joe Rogan grilled her a lot on stuff.
Yeah. So these, let's see. When AOC wore the cringe tax-rich dress to the Met Gala to humiliate the left, she bragged about kicking open doors with her dress being made by a black woman immigrant designer. Turns out that the designer was dating Benjamin Brunfroman, the notorious billionaire and sus family. So this woman here was dating a billionaire and very wealthy billionaire on top of that. So, whoops, let's see. Meet AOC's radical new Green New Deal. Seems pretty sus after she attended the Met Gala with Brunfroman, worth $100 million, who's a green tech entrepreneur. No wonder he's cool with getting taxed. He'll get all that money back in government contracts through AOC's revolutionary plan. So this is this guy here, family member and founding partner of Global Thermostats. Mr. Bromfman is the founder of Electric Tree, a technology platform for developing, investing, and tokenizing direct air capture and other carbon renewable technologies, utilizing blockchain protocols to affect meaningful climate action. In addition to being an accomplished business career, that's what he's worth there. And that's her banker boyfriend, by the way. Remember when Nidia from Pussy Riot accidentally gave away the AOC op on Hassan show? So apparently, she gave away. It's whatever. Remember when conservatives tried to dunk on AOC for her dancing in a video during college? Pretty weird how that's the only oppo that MAGA and the right seem to have dug up on her, despite all the other weird shit. Because AOC is such a gift to both sides of the empire. AOC studied in a CIA recruitment program, practiced her Latinx Obama persona with MLK speeches at Boston University, and interned for Ted Kennedy, but told the political PAC that recruited her for the grassroots campaign and Netflix doc, quote, "I never really saw myself going into politics." She was being trained to go into politics since she went to Boston University. So it's a blatant lie when she told that to Justice Democrats. But quite frankly, I don't think Justice Democrats really wanted to look into her background, because or else they would have found all this. By the way, AOC always went by Sandy and only pulled out the Alexandria when it was politically convenient, even as far back as 2011, as we can see here when the Boston University dean dry snitched her before her MLK speech. So
I think you can be, you are a great generation. So I'm going to have, I know her as Sandy, but let me say Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to come on up here and take the mic.
I know her as Sandy, but we're going to call her Alexandria here. Weird how AOC never mentioned any of this in her underdog political campaign. The only bio we get is AOC's poor Puerto Rican family left in the Bronx for the suburbs to give her a better education. Then when I was in college, my dad died. It was sad. Now I'm a bartender. So basically, yeah, she lied about her background. Pretended that she was poor Puerto Rican when she was in fact she was wealthy, and she went to school in Boston University and all this other stuff. So yeah, this goes on. I mean, this is
You can go over to the tweet I sent you.
I mean, this goes on in her history.
I want to wait till Steph's back so she can look at it.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I think I may have covered it at the time. I remember this. I covered it at the time when this came out. And what's funny is AOC studied international relations in college. And the basic thing about Taiwan and China is the one China policy, which basically means that Taiwan is technically a part of China, even though technically they're independent. So it keeps Taiwan happy, and it keeps China happy too. But somehow she turns that into, it's such as, all that other shit. So yeah, I don't know how she studied international relations and butchers the one China policy. Like, I never studied international relations, and I know that. It's like, what the hell's wrong with her? It's just embarrassing. So let's see here. So I think Steph wanted to talk about Descent in Bloom and stuff, but we'll do that.
See that clip because I don't know if she's seen it. So
yeah, so hopefully she comes back and we have a few minutes to do that. So yeah, I do remember that. I mean, I remember covering this at the time, and I was like, "Really? You're that stupid? You can't do the one China policy?" Taiwan is China, and the U.S. should not go to war to China. That's the simple answer. But AOC did the Kamala Harris thing where she couldn't even spit it out properly.
By the way,
so I don't think
Yankees lead 3-0 over the Blue Jays for now. Just saying.
Golden says AOC wore the tax to Niger and fixed the money. Oh wait, didn't know AOC was a Polish as Natalie Brunel. Let's see. AOC frozen egg says Tostastic. AOC's fret this stochastic violence. Kurt Boss says AOC has the personality of a retarded beauty pageant competitor. AOC would be as perfect as golden Bitcoin honeypot. Kurt also says AOC is a personality and IQ of an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she somehow. The Court Lord also says AOC is Hitlery 2.2. So yeah, there you go. That's all definitely true about AOC, and quite frankly, let me just do that. So yeah, excuse me. Let's see here. So let's go to where is it? Do I have it? I thought I had it. No, I don't have it. As I'm sure everybody knows, we'll wait till Witchy comes back. The Lakers were sold recently to Jared Kushner's little brother and his ownership group for $12 billion. So, yeah,
James
we have.
saying, and people thought I was the worst owner.
Yeah, so $12 billion purchase of the Lakers. We're gonna do a basketball review probably for the season. Our preview for the season starts, and I don't think the Lakers be that good this year. Actually, they lost LeBron, and let's see. Golden says, "Rest in peace to the Lakers." Yeah, with the Lakers are done. They will be bankrupt within a year.
I still can't believe that they changed the name from the Staples Center to the Crypto Arena. Like, what the?
Yeah, it's like, what is it? The Bitcoin Arena or some shit? It's like
Crypto Arena.
A Crypto Arena. That's what it is. Yeah. I mean, it's been the Staples Center for over 20 years, and now it's like, oh yeah, the crypto people are paying us more, so let's just name it the Crypto Arena.
I'm sure Kobe Bryant's rolling over his grave.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, the Lakers were sold. The Mavericks were. Indy talked about this on Tuesday, but the Mavericks were sold to Miriam Adelson for like billions of dollars.
We talked about that a while ago.
Yeah, and we'll discuss this more during our Yankees stream. But the Yankees also sold few percentage of their interests to a vulture capitalist fund for like $2 billion. So
also,
now,
apparently the Dodgers are going under a scandal involving Shohei Ohtani.
Yes, I want to cover that more next week, probably. The Dodgers, and the reason why is because of, it's dirty money, and there's an allegation that the Dodgers ownership doesn't actually have money to do any of this, but they are basically using one company to pay for the Dodgers to do something else. It looks like there's massive fraud going on. And on top of that, the Dodgers are going to owe $1.5 billion in deferred payments. So starting from 2035 to 2055.
Speaking of the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker's been a fucking disaster. Like, holy shit.
Oh, dude, he's been abysmal. It's like they gave him $60 million a year, and he's just been abysmal this season. Yeah. It's like Cody Bellinger is cheaper, and he's way better in every aspect of the game this year, pretty much. So it's like,
oh, you mean the high player?
Yeah. Let's see. I thought you guys were aware of the company known as Crypto.com. They're also an exchange. Oh yeah, I know about crypto, but yeah, it's called the Crypto.com Arena. Now the Lakers are now being owned by Jared Kushner's little brother. They're gonna definitely start putting more ads all over the court and stuff. So it's kind of like the Yankees ownership right now. There's an ad on every single piece of that outfield wall. It's like ad. I'm like, God damn, man. I mean, we don't need all these ads in the outfield wall. Also, the Yankees sold a piece to a vulture capitalist fund, which tells me that the Steinbrenners are interested in selling the entire team, which I don't like, because what if this vulture capitalist fund buys the team? They're not going to invest in the team the way the Steinbrenners do right now. They're going to want to cut payroll. And if that's the case, it's not going to go well for the Yankees. It's like for the next 10 or 20 years. So hopefully they don't actually sell the team, but if they do, then
After
it's going to be
the disastrous trade deadline they just had.
Yeah, so yeah, that was terrible. Like the first baseman was okay, but I don't know why they got him even because they had what's his face? Ben Rice, who's had a great year. There's no reason to get another first baseman. And they got an outfielder who's been abysmal since he came in. So Heliot Ramos, something like that. He's been abysmal. I mean,
Elliot
he's done it.
Ramos, I think that's
Yeah, Elliot. Yeah.
who also, like I mentioned before, didn't run hard to first base in game against the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Do we have time for my article on the Simpson Bloom? Or
yes, we do.
Before that, I wanted to see this clip. I don't know if you've seen it before.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. AOC is talking about Taiwan and China. So the correct answer here is Taiwan is China and the U.S. should not go to war. Also mentioned the one China policy, stuff like that. This is what AOC actually went, her response.
The U.S. actually commit U.S. troops to defend Taiwan if China were to move?
You know, I think that this is such a, I think that this is a, this is, of course, a very long-standing
no, she was not briefed at all before
policy
this.
of the United States. And I think what we
Somebody
are hoping
check
for
her
is that we
battery.
want to
She
make sure
needs
that
new
we
batteries.
get to that point, and we want to make sure that we are moving in all of our economic research and our global positions to avoid any such confrontation. And for that question,
This has nothing to do this end with the question.
Hey, AOC, people are going to remember this if you run for president.
She runs for president. The Republicans will run ads against her. To be fair, the Democrats are going to run ads against her for idiocy. So, yeah, this is not good. So, here we go.
Or call her a socialist, and she's nothing.
She's a communist.
Oh, yeah, she's a communist. Yeah, my ass cheeks.
So, yeah, we can talk about the Simpson Bloom before we wrap up here. I'm lagging here. Hold on. I don't know why this is lagging so much. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Why is this lagging so much?
Just a little bit.
This is lagging horribly now.
I can hear you, and you're moving fine.
Yeah, I know, but it's not letting me do anything right now. I'm not sure whether
his audio is a bit off. Like a second.
I may have to reload in. So yeah, just give me a minute. I'm gonna reload in. I'll be back.
All right.
So anyway, while he's reloading, I wanted to extend my deepest feelings, I guess, to the Simpson Bloom. She knows how we feel about her on this channel. She is my sister from another mother, just like little brother is my little brother from another mother. I love her dearly. And recently she had not only a storm scare, and we had storms around here too that I know in Colombia, that's around where I live, it's like 45 minutes away. And they got hit with a really bad tornado. East York got hit with a tornado. So I can't imagine what it's like in Ohio right now, or Ohio, right? But anyway, so I wanted to share some of this because if anyone doesn't know, Simpson Bloom had it almost. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter who did the shots. It doesn't matter who shot. Okay, it doesn't matter who took the shots. They wanted to send a message, and the message was fear. It could have been a piggy themselves. Who knows? But anyway, let's go to this clip.
If you've seen anything in the news, Ohio has been getting pelted with storms and crazy ass weather, lightning strikes, tornadoes, inland hurricanes. Like, we're going through it. Indiana is getting flooding. Ohio is getting flooded. It's fucking crazy out here.
Pennsylvania was getting flooded too the other day. Oops.
And so we just had a tornado a couple days ago. So my evening started with tornado sirens going off. So me and my husband are panicking, trying to track and see.
We don't even have those. You know, in Pennsylvania, we don't even have tornado sirens. We just yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, right before I left work. I was on the phone with a customer, and literally my phone went beep. You know, that emergency beep that your phone does. And I had to apologize to my customer. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't think my phone was that loud. But it is for emergencies. And he's like, oh, what's the emergency? And I said, oh, well, we just got a tornado warning. He's like, you better go somewhere. I'm like, but I'm talking to you right now. Right? So, you know, I can't imagine, you know, the terror it must be to be in Ohio, because Pennsylvania, we don't even have those sirens.
Tornado is. We're putting, you know, the family in the basement. It already started us off bad. That's like 10, 11 o'clock. It passes. Everyone's okay. Warning ends at 11:30. Put the kids to bed. I do some stuff on my computer, and I lay down for bed pretty late, actually, closer to 3 because I was tired. Not tired, but because I was having trouble sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So I just lay down. I was just sat down my phone. It was closer to 2, actually, because I just texted Snow and then went to sleep. And then all of a sudden, and I do apologize for my children in the background, but all of a sudden, like, I hear what sounds like popcorn or like an electrical wire popping. It didn't sound like a gun. It was just like pop, 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 like repeatedly. And then I realize it is a gun because I hear something like crumble or crackle. And I'm like, oh, fuck, they hit my house. And I'm thinking maybe they hit the outside or something. I'm not realizing that someone shot into my house. You can't really see it from here, but in my close the door, there's a shot. There's a gunshot right here above my desk, right where I sit. There's also a gunshot on the other side of my room that was angled to hit my bed. The only thing that stopped me from getting shot was a metal screw. Multiple gunshots were fired at my house. They also hit 2 of my neighbors, but most of the bullets were like I was in the trajectory. I don't know who, I don't know why, I don't know what. I just know that they were over 100 yards away. They used some kind of semi-automatic rifle. My neighbor said that she saw like not like a flash. She thought it was an electric pole because she saw a flash out the corner of her eye. And then the cop showed up, and there was 12, 13 cops immediately here. It was just terrifying. I'm still terrified. I didn't really get any information as to what follow-up is. I had to reach out to the detective myself today.
Those cops
I don't know who it is, what it is, if they're going to come back, what they wanted. I'm sitting here trying to do ballistics myself, figuring out what shot, where.
I mean, these cops don't give a fuck. Cops will tell you as little information as they can because they're probably in on it.
Yeah, I watched their video, and it's like she had to contact the detective to even get a report number because they didn't bother giving it to her. I mean, they have no interest in actually solving this investigation.
No, because it was probably one of theirs. It was probably one of theirs because they're tired of us talking about how fucking cops literally are pigs. They are pigs. They don't care. They literally don't care.
From when it's fucking traumatizing. I can share photos if anyone wants to see.
Yeah, let's see some photos.
So,
and as to not knowing who or where or why, we don't know who's definitely responsible. Oops, shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Anyway, get into the photo.
So I'm trying to find them in our messages because I don't have them anywhere else other than my personal like Facebook, and I don't want to share this. Okay, so I will.
That's why I will never be on Facebook either, because they make you say who you really are. And now they do face. They will literally record your face, or you can't have an account on Facebook, and that's why I won't go on Facebook. You ain't getting nothing about me on Twitter. I can still, for now, remain anonymous. I don't want anything out there on the internet about me because I don't want this to happen to me. And I'm not saying that Descent and Bloom has done this, but I would not be on Facebook under my own name or even mention my son's name. I don't mention my son's name at all. I just say he's my son. Right. So I don't want anything out there about me. I don't need nobody coming to my house. I don't need nobody shooting up my house either. So, you know,
I had to turn off my camera because it's lagging to hell, and I couldn't do anything. You know what? Turn off my camera, close everything. So you won't see me the rest of the show, but you know, now it's better. So go ahead.
But I mean, I'm glad she's still with us. Thank the goddess that she's okay, and I pray to that my goddess may protect her and protect her family, because this is really scary shit, guys. I can't imagine being on this other side.
I'm in the projects, and I hear gunshots all the time, but luckily none of them ever came into my house, or my apartment here. So,
and this is BFE,
but I can imagine
Ohio.
being. Yeah, I live in New Jersey, but it's Ohio, so it's like you wouldn't expect this to happen out there. At least.
I'm going to skip a little bit. She does show the pictures here.
What is your website called? I believe it's on the site called Pornhub. Pretty sure.
So, you can see right here, it's kind of hard to see, but that was one of the bullets. That was the first one that I noticed. It went through my closet right here.
I don't
This
know,
is the exit
Corridor,
from
where
the
in
closet.
Ohio she lives.
Door. It went through my shoe in the closet, where it landed right here in the hard rubber. And that's not the only one, but I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I'm in mine and him both conversations, so let me pull up the other pictures.
I love this
just because I don't want people to see us sending each other dick pics and all.
Yeah, we just send each other pics of other people's dicks. It's a little weird, but you know what?
Yeah, we get them randomly, and we're just comparing other people's dicks.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey.
I'm so glad that other people are talking about dicks. I mean, everybody's like, "Ooh, this is Witchy talks about dicks all the time." Yeah, because I am straight. My husband has a dick, so I suck it. But no, I say pussy too, and I'm just glad that somebody else is saying.
Remember, Steph, in one of the GTA 6 links I shared, it was a pedestrian saying "suck a dick." Remember that?
So I'm glad someone else is saying the word dick.
Check out this one. And she'll be like, it's a little lumpy. And I'm like, I agree. That is definitely a lumpy sort of thing that is happening.
So this one is actually much lower to the ground, and this is the one I just noticed today. I had actually noticed this one because I was going to put clothes away, and I realized there was wood shavings inside of my inside the drawer where I put my clothes, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I looked and I saw a bullet hole. And I realized they had shot through here. It went through the CVS box. It went through packages of clothing I had right here because I had my kids' school clothes in this corner. It went through my laundry basket.
I think this is
into
bad
my
cookies
dresser.
in a incognito. I think that's bad cookies.
Yeah.
I think he just has a bunch of accounts or whatever. Anyway, so I just wanted to show some of that. I'm gonna stop sharing.
This is the one she talks about where her head was there. If it wasn't for that death stopping it, she probably would have got shot in the head and killed. So she got lucky there for sure.
Yeah, she definitely got lucky. There's one more story I want to do real quick. We won't show a lot of it, but I have to show this because I am a mother. So is Descent and Bloom. Now, Snow is not, Greg is not, and my two co-hosts are not here. My host and my co-host are not here. They are not parents yet, but you will be, my dears. And so I had to bring this up because this just, I literally wanted to vomit after I saw it. And this is, have you guys seen the commercials for Vintage? Vintage.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe I have.
You can sell your shit or whatever. Like, I've seen commercials now for it all over the place, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can get cash for cleaning out your closet and selling stuff in your closet." Yeah, okay, but remember, there's also a dark side to this shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So here we go.
Online, people were selling actual children Well, Wayfair is a furniture website, but same thing here. They caught a lot of different, very, very bizarre listings that look like stuffed toys or like cute little dolls. But when you read the descriptions, they're like very graphic, like matchmaking profiles for real flesh and blood children. Like they'll say like standing at exactly 120 centimeters tall, weighing 37 kilograms, 4-year-old boy toy, like shit. Like this is
people are now suspecting that children are being trafficked through the Vinted platform due to some strange data appearing on
This is with the Lithuanian website, so all of Europe is freaking out about it.
Recently, unusual product listings have appeared on Vinted, a European secondhand marketplace. Descriptions of stuffed animals and dolls included strange details such as height, age, and clothing size. Some items were priced as high as several thousand or even tens of thousands of dollars, far exceeding normal secondhand prices. The platform also required sellers to specify the gender of the items. Users suspect that traffickers are using these listings to send coded messages to buyers. Related videos have spread rapidly on TikTok, with many calling for an investigation. Some users have noted that these suspicious listings have disappeared from the platform following the public outcry. Vinted responded that its investigation found no credible cases of human trafficking. The police are still investigating. If you see any strange messages like this, please report them to the police immediately to protect our children's safety.
You don't give a fuck about our children's safety.
So they did remove the listings. They've taken them down. You can't see them anymore.
Yeah, but they'll be back up.
Thankfully, it's documented on the World Wide Web.
They'll be back up soon.
Thankfully.
3-year use DM for pure.
And this was literally this video came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Trust me, they're back up.
Bread white. For $6,300.
Jesus.
So you can just get a kid? You just buy a kid.
For $6,300.
You can just buy a kid. That feels like a cheap price for a human being.
And look, it says purebred tight plush. You know, that's code for she's a virgin.
Yeah.
That's
$3,800.
Well, to be fair, do you see how our society treats human beings? They're expendable.
Obviously, and kids are literally $38,000 or $3,800, so you can fucking rape them all day. They're called sex slaves, and you don't think this is going on? Oh, it's happening. This is on Vinted, and I puke. I want to puke every time I see the goddamn commercials. Oh, you can sell your closet. Apparently, you can also sell children. You fucking pedophiles.
Hurt Boss says all credible cases of sex trafficking have been blocked by the FBI.
Speaking of pedophiles, I've seen a funny meme where I don't know which one of the Toy Story movies it is, but when the main character's name is Woody, right? That's right. Is that correct?
Yeah, Toy Story. Yeah.
Woody, when he yells at Buzz Lightyear, saying, "You are a pedophile."
Oh wow.
You are a toy was the real thing, but yeah. I mean, this is gross, guys. This literally makes me want to puke.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
And
this is the pedophile strategy.
They're literally selling kids.
Oh, it's so gross. 3 years old female.
I mean, this is just late stage.
This says tight right here. Small, blonde, blue eyes, and obedient girl. Obedient.
The website is in on it because why do you have to put the gender of the product? Like, but you're selling stuff out of your closet allegedly. It's still a point of this website. Why are they putting the gender? I'll never know. We know, but I'm just saying, you know.
The part where they literally people were exposing these people and they were kicking them off the site. Not the people who were selling the kids, the people who were literally exposing them. I think it's
Thousands have already been separated from their families, and these separated kids are at risk of being taken and exploited unless they are found and reunited with family members fast. I've already been getting videos in the dead of night about this because there is a known trafficking ring.
know what to say to people.
But it's important to call this out. Yeah.
I don't know what to say to people who are grown adults.
Is this really
top seller on the app Vinted just exposed himself.
That guy.
People DM.
Oh, it's like literally he's talking about this girl who was kicked off of the website for exposing the people. That's what I was trying to look for. And people have talked about this, and this is just going to be the last part because I want people to let this sink into your brain that people on Vinted, the owner of Vinted, didn't kick off the people who were selling the kids. They kicked off the people that were exposing them. And here's how.
These accounts. They tried.
A woman messaged a top seller on Vinted, and this is the message that she got back. So the woman pretty much asked, where's the payment? The top seller said, confirm in the app or send via bank transfer. And then they said, does that suit you? The woman asked, what exactly am I getting for my money? That is their response. A child. And then they ask, is that what you want? So basically everybody's suspicions about the app Vinted is confirmed. And apparently Vinted is mad at this woman for exposing these messages and are trying to mass report her. It's not going to stop, y'all. They're just finding more.
That's what I'm talking about. They literally are not kicking off the pedophiles or the people who are buying kids and using them as sex slaves. They're literally kicking off the people who are trying to do the good work, trying to expose them. And the guy who owns Vinted, he's in on it. Because look, they found no wrongdoing. They found these fake accounts. They weren't real, obviously. Go fuck yourself. You are a pedophile too, then.
Well, there has to be a lot of crypto in these transactions because crypto you can very easily hide, the money. So it's like,
right.
This is apps and websites just like Wayfair, just like Vinted, to keep doing this stuff on.
Wayfair.
All we can do.
That doesn't surprise me that he said Wayfair. I see all those fucking commercials and I hate that shit.
Do as normal people is try to expose what's going on. Stay weird. Top seller on.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, this literally, I watched this whole segment and just was bawling my eyes out and I literally wanted to fucking just puke because I have a son. Again, the Senton, Bloom and I are the only two with children. Now I know Indy has children, but I mean, there's only a few of us that have children, and this affects us the most because literally, it's that could be our kids. That literally could be our children that they're trying to sell as sex slaves. And I'll be damned if someone's going to come after my son. You want to come after my son, baby? You got to deal with me. And if you try to rape my son or even come near my son, baby, you're going to be, or I'll shove it up your ass. One of the two.
That's where Chris Hansen comes in.
I don't care who it is.
Have a seat, please. When Chris Hansen says "have a seat, please," you're fucked. So you just might as well run.
But it ain't just me. I mean, if you did something to my,
Ellen.
My dad says this too, and my dad was in the army. Trust me, he knows torture. He has seen it, and he will do it. If you try to touch his grandson, trust me, he will kill you slowly. He will make you beg for death. You think I'm bad? Oh my God.
We tortured some.
Yeah, Vietnam. We tortured some folks. But yeah, I mean. I'm not sure you guys. I assume you guys know, but the Sense and Bloom has an update about a heart condition. It's not really good. I mean, they found more scarring, and it looks. I don't know what the next treatment option is for her, but she was telling me about how she might need a what's that called?
Heart transplant?
Not a transplant. Yeah, eventually. She said it might get to that point. A defibrillator inside her heart.
Yeah.
That might be the next
she's younger
step,
than I am, y'all. She's like, what, 20, 30, something?
Yeah, she's early 30s.
Two medical issues I've had, and these weren't life-threatening ones. When I mentioned before, when I had two colon surgeries. That was.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I had is an ankle surgery, a basketball injury 10 years ago. So Kurt says, we need you, Witchy, to stop these fuckers.
Trust me, you come after my son or any child, and I will make sure that you actually have your dick up your own ass. And your tits up
Yeah,
your
so
it's a girl.
So if you mess with her son, it's basically this. It's like
you want to see your devil? You want to see a devil come out? Oh, just try to come after my son. You will meet the devil, honey, because I'll make the devil look like an angel.
Yeah, so it's also it's also this.
I will gouge out your eyeballs and skull fuck you.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Who the fuck said that?
I love Full Metal Jacket, by the way. I think I watched it recently, so it's like again.
My dad loves that movie too.
Yeah, it's like.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Private Pile, why do I see a jelly donut in here?
I was hungry, sir.
Because you were hungry.
Yeah, so it's us. Alright, so
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, so we're gonna be wrapping up now. Are we doing pro wrestling talk tomorrow? Because I have no issue with doing the show
Saturday
tomorrow.
night. I thought it was Saturday night's main event.
I don't think so. Hold
No?
on.
Okay.
Yeah, let me check because it could be some sort of show tomorrow. I know WWE is doing a Sunday night's main event.
Well, that's
They're having the show on Sunday. What's the next pay-per-view? Because I think it's Money in the Bank.
The event is September 6th.
Night of Champions?
Yeah.
No, Money in the Bank.
Yeah, Money in the Bank's the next one. The next Saturday night's main event is September something. Yeah, September 6th.
Oh, okay, so no show then. I mean, there will be a show, sorry.
Yeah, we should be able to do the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And everybody better come and watch it. Just because you don't like wrestling doesn't mean you can't get into it.
And please show your face this time, Steph.
Maybe, if I feel like getting dolled up.
Let's see. Next weekend is NXT Heat
Let's have a vote. Everybody in the audience, I know Kit loves to do this, so we'll do a Kit. I'm going to vote for my audience. Hit 2 if you want to see my face. Hit 3 if you don't. Let's poll our audience, be like Kit Cabello. Because I love Kit Cabello. Yeah. He's my other work husband, so let's get him involved too. Number 2 if you want to see my face tomorrow, and number 3 if you don't.
So next Saturday is a AAA and NXT shows. September 6th is Sunday night's main event. And then after that, the next pay-per-view is Money in the Bank, October 10th. There's no pay-per-view in September, apparently.
Well, I'm guessing they're going to make Saturday night's... Saturday night's main event is already like a pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Even if there's a shitty
That's probably going to be the September pay-per-view, you could say. Saturday night's main event. So, yeah, we should be able to do the show tomorrow night. So
I'm going to say next week.
I don't know. Well, next week is the day.
You're saying last night.
Oh.
Last week.
Oh, so by the way.
I said last week.
By the way, when we do the show next week, it'll probably be a birthday celebration because my birthday's on that Monday. So.
And I'm going to sing happy birthday to you.
We're gonna
we might even talk about the GTA 6 gameplay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We'll probably do a more informal episode.
Jesus,
hopefully we can get David on. I'm gonna talk to him. It is my birthday, so.
Or you mean for next Friday?
Ellen, I said
3, next Friday.
4. I didn't say 4. 2 and 3.
Yeah,
2 if you want to see my face, and 3 if you don't.
It'll be me, Witchy, Alex, the Sentin Goon says too. So we'll be celebrating my 40th next weekend because Monday, it's a Monday, my birthday, so I'm not doing a show Monday. So let's see, Witchy, your son is Gen Alpha. Definitely train your son to stay the F away from crypto honeypots, from Gen Z or shit, even Alpha. So,
well, let me tell you something. My son will be 10 this year, and I mean, he is still in the stage of where he gets to be a kid, and that's what I want him to be. I want him to be just a kid. Worry about kid stuff because trust me, this world will make you grow up real fast.
Yeah. So that is true.
An option.
With the internet,
either.
Yeah, with the internet, and how easily you can end up on adult websites by accident, so it's very careful. You gotta be very careful with kids on the internet these days.
And I have considered maybe doing one of the web filtering that we use for our customers, because most of our customers are Amish and they don't want their kids to see that. So they have this thing called Custodio, which will literally be a web filter where only I would get to whitelist what he can see and what he can't. That's basically what I do for my customers day in and day out.
That might be for the best, because the internet is hell. Kids can accidentally end up like playing Roblox. That game is full of pedophiles. I mean, it's a disaster.
None of that stuff. He plays Minecraft. I'm sure there's pedophiles in Minecraft too, but
I'm sure there is too. But Roblox is famous for pedophiles. I mean, hell, I think Chris Hansen. I think Chris Hansen's on Chris Hansen's most recent show, he used Roblox to get pedophiles. So it's like.
By the way, there's going to be a movie based on Chris Hansen called Prime Time.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's
with what's his name? Robert Patterson. Is that his name?
Oh, he's playing Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like him. He's a psyop anyway.
Honeypots be losing their tits.
That's what I was like. Losing their tits. Ouch.
Yeah, But Chris Hansen chases after pedophiles, so he's not all bad. But
he recently went after.
Are they in jail? Yeah, poor ones, not rich ones.
Well, yeah. Usually
went after what's his name, EDD 445, whatever his name is.
EDP 455. Yep, the famous pedophile in the YouTube space. So
Dr. Nick is here. Where's Dr. Nick? I thought Dr. Nick said he wasn't going to show up anymore.
Thanks, Dr. Nick, Witchy, Alex, Golden, grabbing me, Macy. Yeah, I haven't seen Dr. Nick in the chat for a long time.
Yeah, Dr. Nick don't like me very much, and I didn't do nothing to him, so he don't come in chats no more.
Well, Kurt, we're talking about the band Mastodon.
All right, so
vasectomy? What? No, nobody gets a vasectomy here. Well, unless you come after my son, then yes. Actually, you'll have a circumcision. You'll have a circumcision of the whole dick.
Well, I mean, thank you everybody for watching. We do have to go. It's like almost 9:20. But since you guys watch this show, you guys
you have chosen wisely.
All right, and the vote was 3-1. So that's actually 4-0. So yes, I will put on makeup tomorrow and show my lovely face.
Yay!
So yeah, we'll do pro wrestling. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
We can talk about anything. We talk the fact that that WWE literally. I have so much stuff we could talk about. We could literally watch James Romero all day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't
Alex,
get to see the Paul Orndorff yet. I didn't get to see that.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
I forgot that his episode aired. I think the episode this past Tuesday was Missy Hyatt, which I really don't care about.
And then the next one is like
I forget who's the next one. Zach Gowen. The season finale, though. They already called it the season finale. So, I mean, Zach Gowen was Vince. I mean, they beat the crap out of that poor guy. Brock Lesnar and Vince
was the one who beat the hell out
of
him.
He beat the shit out of him every night. It was like, how does he put up with that punishment? I don't know. But Brock was stiffing the shit out of him at that time.
And he literally lost his leg to cancer and yet took all that fucking beating and shit.
Yeah, he took a lot of punishment from Brock. I mean, it's like, I give him credit, but at the same time, he ended up with having drug and alcohol issues around that time. So he was numbing his pain with... Yeah, he was numbing his pain with drugs and alcohol, so it wasn't all good for him. So yeah, we'll be doing pro wrestling talk tomorrow at 8. We're gonna get Alex to finally do a little bit of clips. Been a while, so next Saturday is my birthday, so I'm sure we'll figure something out to do next Saturday. And yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up now. It's almost 9:30, and we've been shooting the shit here for like 20 minutes. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like. I know we're probably gonna get more views next week because of YouTube changes, but yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a nice rest of your weekend. See you
And
tomorrow
everybody
for Pro
remember,
Wrestling Talk.
suck a dick.
That's all we got, folks. See you next time.
All right, bye.